and welcome back to the extra spooky rendition of Take a Sip, the YouTube show all about the Community Investments Program. My name is Megan Morris. As you can see, I'm in my spooky Halloween dungeon for the month, and I am a programs coordinator over at the Elks National Foundation. Today, I'm joined by Heather Beal, from the grants coordinator from the Bremerton, Washington Lodge, number 1181, and her, extra feline friend. I don't know if he's there anymore, sweet Felix on her lap. Thank you so much for being here with us, Heather.
Thank you for having us.
So Heather has headed up the Bremerton Lodge's Beacon Grant for the last 3 grant years, which deals with disaster preparedness, called the Great Cascadia Zombie Survival Challenge. So Heather, can you please tell us a little bit more about your Beacon Grant project?
Absolutely. So when I found out that the local Girl Scouts had a program they created here in Western Washington called the Great Cascadia Zombie Challenge, I was just so excited about it. It gives all the Girl Scouts from Daisy all the way up through senior a chance to learn more about disaster preparedness. In the program, they have to save their zombie, which is themselves and their family. And they learn about sheltering and water purification and different kinds of supplies and how to stay safe should something happen. So we were just so excited, and we contacted them and found a way to work with them and sponsor in 2019 a live event. We had almost 160 girls here. It was so fantastic. They got to wear zombie paint and learned all kinds of stuff. Our volunteers also had a blast. And we've been virtual the last 2 years. We had about 84 girls last year, but we did get girls from all the way, not just here locally, but also in Texas and other states. And this year we're looking at about 100 girls, juniors and brownie level. And last year was our daisies and brownies, so up through 3rd grade. So we're excited to do whatever we can until we're allowed to do it all in person again.
Oh, that's so wonderful. That's really cool that you were able to do it across, the country as well. That's awesome.
We tend to forget that even though our particular disasters of earthquakes and fires, and for some volcanoes, are local, we visit aunties and uncles across the country all the time. So you may have to deal with something else. So preparing kids just makes sense.
Exactly. And, having the knowledge to do that is so important, especially zombies need brains, right? That's the whole thing. So I know you had a special story you were saving to tell me about today. Would you like to share that with us here?
I would love to. So I just talked with Carrie Murphy. She is one of the creators of the program here at the Western Washington Girl Scout Council. And she got an email, a letter from a mom. This young girl, Emily, was a daisy back in was it August of 2020. I don't know if you remember that huge derecho and that huge storm that came over from South Dakota all the way across. My kids and I had the dubious honor of driving through part of that on the Illinois side. And when it becomes midnight black at 2 p.m., it's going to be ugly. Yeah. But they got hit by the derecho in Iowa. And there was lots and lots of damage on that. But this is a good news story. So let me tell you the great part about this. This young girl, during COVID, a lot of Girl Scouts stopped meeting as troops. So they have this program called Juliet, the Juliet program, based after Juliet Lowe, who is the founder of Girl Scouts, where girls can they can have their own troop and work with their moms and still be a Girl Scout and participate in every other opportunity. So when they were surfing online, they found the program that Carrie had created, and they were so excited. And that little girl did everything she could. She learned first aid. She learned all of the different things on what to do to be safe, because storms are a concern out where she lives.
Yeah.
Well, fast forward from when she started being a daisy, which is again kindergarten, to that August event. Storms going nuts outside, right? She's upstairs in the nursery with her sister, Abby. This is little Emily. Abby's a year old. They're playing. Mom and dad are running around downstairs, shutting windows, securing stuff, because the trees are going. It's like, okay, this is going to be a bad windstorm. That derecho actually has sustained winds of 100 miles per hour and some gusts of 140. So it was no joke.
Wow.
So little one knew something was wrong. So she did what she was trained. She took her baby sister down to the basement with their little go bag. And then there was a loud bang and the house shook. The 60-foot sycamore tree in the front yard had become one with the house. And it had crashed down in the girl's room.
Oh my God.
Over the crib. So mom and dad go upstairs. They see what had happened. The girls aren't there. They find them downstairs. They're playing. They hand mom and dad flashlights. They all have snacks out of the bag afterwards, because they're waiting, they've lost power to try and figure out what to do and where to go next. So when I keep telling people this program works and kids can do amazing things if we empower them, I just, again, proof, validation right there that that little girl, that kindergartner, saved her life and her little sister's life by doing a Girl Scout patch.
Wow, that is amazing.
Who doesn't want to be part of that?
Seriously. Oh my gosh. And that's such a testament. It
It
really
is.
saves lives. It saves children's lives. That is amazing. Wow. Oh my gosh.
I
Thank you
know I
so much
got
for
chills when
sharing.
I heard it. I had to share it with you.
Yeah, I have goosebumps right now. My hair is sticking up on end. Wow, that's amazing. And
It
that's
is.
what we love about the community investments program. We like to say that it saves lives. It really brings joy to the community, but it also brings everything that you need to make the community safe and whole. And this is such a testament to that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
I'm just so thrilled that we get to see that. I mean, like we've talked about, we've got two major fault lines here in Washington. So earthquakes are a real threat for us,
Yeah.
wildfires as well. But you never know when something's going to happen, tornado, derecho, hurricane, pick an event. It's just teaching kids what to do just in case.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And I think we already kind of covered it with that story, but what made you and your lodge apply for grants?
Well, we realized that looking at what everyone else was doing out there, it just nobody was working disaster preparedness. And kids, we live in an environment where something could go wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are afraid to take it on, I think, because it's scary. Well, we don't focus on the scary, we focus on the empowering. How do you stay
Mhm.
safer? What can you do to make your world a little bit better or help yourself and your friends? So we saw that gap and we decided, hey, why don't we do something? And we decided to get involved. And our members just really loved being in person. I'm hopeful we'll be able to get back to that next year once things ease up a little bit more. And it's just been wonderful to get involved in and feel like we're making a difference for all these girls.
Truly, yeah, and for their families too.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And do you have any advice for grants coordinators that might want to get involved in the grant program we have here?
Don't be afraid to look into different things. I mean, I love what you guys do on your website that you list information about the grants and reaching out to you guys, reaching out to other lodges. I don't see enough of that people are asking, hey, what about, have you thought of? The grant application is not that scary. It is when it's a bunch of blank spaces looking at you, but once you start to fill it in or you can see an example of someone else's, it helps to figure out what do we need to do. And then once you're in, you know what to do and you can just keep going and making a difference.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you so much for that. That is exactly what we're looking for, here at the Community Investments Program. And we always say, your communities better than we do. I would never think to do a project about disaster preparedness, but again, it's such a testament of how needed it is in your community. And even though we post a bunch of different ideas for projects, there is always something that is niche to your community that can be helped with the Community Investment Program grants. So again, thank you so much for being here today with us, Heather. And I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for
Thank
all
you.
of our viewers, tuning in. If you were inspired by Heather in the Bremerton Lodge, which I hope you were, please apply for the available grants that you may have by January 17th, 2022. Otherwise, if you like the show, hit the button down below to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to be notified every time we post new content. Until next time, this has been Take a Sip. Thank you and have a safe and happy Halloween.
Take care.
All right, bye.